Gene Hackman has died along with his wife and their family dog, were all found dead in their home after a welfare check. The ongoing investigation does continue, and whenever it is finalized, we will let you know, of course. KDKA 100.1 FM AM 1020. Thoughts and prayers go out to everyone. But I want to focus on this man who lived an incredible life. And after some years as a struggling actor living with Dustin Hoffman, who I heard earlier today in an interview say that neither of them really got a big break until 10 years in the making as far as becoming an actor. He waited on tables, meaning Dustin Hoffman, and moving furniture was what Gene Hackman did. And then they kind of had another friend along the way, Robert Duvall. You know, it's hard to believe that these men are where they are as far as their age is concerned, because they were such a big part of my life growing up. Dustin Hoffman, of course, The Graduate in the 1960s, in which Gene Hackman was to co-star in that movie, but was fired because they said his character was a little too young. He was to portray Anne Bancroft's husband. But obviously, they would all go on to do incredible things. And Dustin and Mr. Duvall are still with us, but now we have learned that Gene Hackman has passed away. So let me go back. Hoosier is a great movie for sure, and some of the other movies he did along the way, absolutely incredible. Unforgiven, in which he won his second Academy Award. But my first experience with Gene Hackman was not too far from here in a movie theater in Rochester, Pennsylvania. It was the early 70s, and you have to realize, growing up in the 60s, television was pretty tame. The movies were pretty tame. The language wasn't there. But then all of a sudden, in that coming of age year, in which I was about 15 at the time, my buddies and I went and saw this movie called The French Connection. And Popeye Doyle, that true life character, came to life on the screen, down to that very familiar hat, the fedora with the bill flipped up. And yeah, the language and the roughness, the grit, and that curl lip and that anger that he was really so good at portraying, good and bad anger on the big screen. But in this one, he was a New York City police officer who was chasing the bad guy. It was an incredible movie, but it was also one of the first times I realized that real life and cinema sometimes meet, right? And it was apparent that I definitely found someone that I wanted to definitely follow. And I did throughout his incredible life. You know, one of the movies that he made was one of my all-time favorites. Doesn't get a lot of talk, but it starred Al Pacino. And it was back in the 1970s called Scarecrow. A couple of guys who were kind of what you would call hobos, just going across the country with a big dream. And I just absolutely fell in love with that movie. And to this day, whenever it comes on, it's hard to not sit and watch it. But I just wanted to say he will be missed, but what an incredible life. And let's just hope that all is well when the investigation comes to a conclusion. But I do know this. I'm so thankful for the time that I had watching him on the screen. And whenever a Gene Hackman movie comes on, I just have to watch it. Mississippi Burning, also another one of my all-time favorites. So to the entire family and friends and fans around the world, prayers to Gene Hackman and his wife and their family dog, all found dead in their home. And a very sad, sad ending. But listen, his life, what an incredible life, and what a true talent, Gene Hackman. You're Pratt Pack. Have a great rest of your day from the home studio in Monaco.